What's going on, guys? This is your boy Cgfix back at it again with another video. We're going to be replacing the whole spindle on the passenger side. Same thing goes to the driver, but we're doing just the passenger side. I'm going to show you how a bad wheel bearing looks like once I lift the car up and stuff. And the reason why we're replacing the whole spindle is because it actually came out cheaper to buy the whole assembly in one piece. I'll put the description on the link or something down below. But you know, the wheel bearing's what's bad, but the whole spindle together came as a good solid price. So we're just going to replace the whole spindle. So I'm going to lift the car up, take the wheel off. Before I take the wheel off, I'm going to show you the whole play and the movement that it does if you have a bad wheel bearing. So let's get right to it and start this job up. These are simple tools that I used. So we use a socket 19, a smaller 19 just in case, flathead. This ratchet that has 4 sizes, you only need 18 and I believe 17. 17 with a ratchet, a 14, and then one of these, and that's all you need to do this job. This is a good way to check your wheel bearing. You want to go ahead and kind of go left to right. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, but there's a lot of play there. Up and down, really bad. It gets worse. So that's how you check tie rod ends, and that's how you check for wheel bearing. But the bearing was replaced on this, and I'm not sure if they did it properly, because I mean, it's bad. There's a huge scrape on the wheel well and everything. But that's how you can check. You know, you take both hands and go side to side and then up and down, and right there it's really bad. I don't know if you can see that, but anyways, I'm gonna go set the tools up to the side and I'll show you every single tool you need. You can use regular tools, and you can also use impacts. I'm gonna use impacts to get this job done, but you know, you do regular tools as well. Got the car lifted up and gonna take the wheel off, and then we'll keep on going with this video and show you every step of the way. And that's why I love Milwaukee. Just takes these bolts out like nothing, and every nut that I use it for, every bolt, nut, whatever, comes right out. I'm just gonna use a Milwaukee impact gun. We're gonna go ahead and take the axle nut out with this, because this is gonna take it out way easier and faster than the breaker bar. Just like that, that's how that nut comes out. I'm gonna show you the proper, not the proper way to do it, but the other way to do it is just get a flathead. You want to wedge it in there so the rotor does not move. So you kind of wedge it in here, and then you use a breaker bar and you stand on it and you kill yourself trying to get it off. But that Milwaukee, man, Milwaukee, you gotta sponsor me. This tool just takes the nut right out, so you know, makes my life so much easier. But you can see all this. Look at this. It just has a lot of play. It's really bad. Decompress the caliper a little bit, so you're gonna want to put the flathead right over where the pad is at, as much as you can, and just decompress a little bit. You don't need to do too much, just so it makes it easier for the caliper to come out. And after you decompress it, you know, you see you got some wheel play. Caliper, you're gonna want to remove this 14mm bolt right here. There's also one in the bottom. Let's see if I can get it for you. Right here. Oh nope, right here, this one. So 14, 14, and then you got a 17 and a 17 up top where it holds the bracket for the caliper. So we're gonna remove that now. Once you got them loose, you can go ahead and take them out by hand. That's one. I'll go for the bottom one. Alright, and that's 2. Take those bolts out, this caliper right here. I'm going to use a bungee cord. You can use really anything, a coat hanger or whatever. And you're going to want to put it right here on the spring, because I'll show you why once I get it, you know, up there. This is not the best bungee cord I got at the moment, but that will do. It's just so you don't put no stress on this line and then break it, and then that's another issue. And you're gonna have to bleed the brakes after and replace the line. It looks like a new line, but still, you don't want to put no stress on this line right here. That's the reason why I put something to hang the caliper, you know. But anyways, now we're gonna go ahead and tackle the 17 bolts I said earlier on the back. Right now you can go ahead and just take the pads out, put them to the side. If they're you're gonna reuse them, make sure you don't mess them up more or scorch this or the rotor. So when you put the flathead in there, like I was saying earlier, you just want to put it kind of in front of the pad, like right here on this side, and kind of just press it in so you can compress a little bit. But if you're gonna reuse all this, just make sure you don't mess on the rotors, you know, you don't scorch anything up. But let's keep on going. And yeah, that's really bad. 17mm bolts. I'm gonna go ahead and use this tool right here. I love this ratchet. It has 17, 19, And then, you know, so the 17mm bolts right here, already loosen them up. Use the impact, makes your life much easier. That's one. I'll go for the bottom one. And it's gonna fall right down, so I'm gonna need both hands because it's getting tighter because, yes, I need, let me see. Got the bracket out the way, rotor should just come right off. Sometimes not that easy, sometimes you gotta actually bang them out. But we're gonna put it to the side. And now we're gonna work with the ABS sensor, the tie rod end, and then the lower ball joint. And then these two bolts right here. So you got two bolts here. They're 22mm sockets. I believe this one's a 17. If not, I'll check in a second. Same thing with the bottom one. I think it's a 17. And axle is already, you know, ready to get out. So you see how bad that wheel bearing is. This thing's moving all over the place. This part for the ABS, you're gonna want to put some lubrication, even though it looks new. They just end up breaking sometimes, you know. So I'm gonna put some lubrication, WD-40 or PB Blaster as I'm using. Sponsor me, PB Blaster. And we're gonna go ahead and take this 10mm bolt out and then gently kind of like remove it without breaking it. Hopefully it doesn't break. That's the plan. Since I'm already here, let me go ahead and put some PB Blaster there, some PB Blaster on the bottom of it, and the top of these bolts right here. So then by the time we get there, they'll be kind of rust free, hopefully. It'll be easier to come off. All right, so the nut is the easy part. Actually, this one's actually coming out pretty easy. I mean, it looks like a brand new sensor, so I'm not surprised. So there we go. We'll go ahead and clean this up later on. So you wanna go ahead and just put that to the side. And then now we're gonna work towards, I'm gonna do the tie rod end. Let me think. Yep, I'm gonna do the tie rod end. And then I'll tackle these two bolts, because once you do these two, this will give you enough, you know, to put the knuckle forward, take the axle out, and then it'll give you some room for the lower ball joint to get this with the socket instead of having a wrench, you know. But if you need to replace just the ball joint alone, you could put a wrench there, right in the ball joint, and then just take these bolts out, and then the ball joint just comes right out. But since we're removing the whole spindle, let's just do it this way, the way I'm showing you. For this nut right here, that's an 18mm nut. So I'm just gonna use my special ratchet that I love because it has 4 different sizes. Say once you get it like right there, you're gonna wanna kind of just hit it a little bit, like just like that. The reason why it comes out so easy is because it's not so frozen and all these parts are like new. But usually you put, you know, a separator, or you just hit it on the side right here, and then it should break it loose. So I'm gonna keep going with the 18 here to remove the remaining of this nut. All right, and that should be good to do by hand, I think. Let's see, yep. And you can see the tie rod should just come right out, just like that. For the top bolt, again, it's a 22mm. I'm gonna go ahead and use the impact because they're gonna make my life so much easier. But usually, if you don't have impact tools, you put a breaker bar, and then you put one of these tools on one side to hold it in place, and then kind of break it loose. Then you can go ahead and use a regular ratchet, you know, and get it done. But I'm using the impact gun because it makes it so much easier. Let me go ahead and do it one hand, see if I can do it and record. Just like that. That's why I love Milwaukee. All these are all brand new, so everything's coming out pretty easy. It's making my life so much easier. So that's one, the other one is 2. And once you got those 2 bolts out, you can go ahead and kind of just, I'm gonna do this real quick and then I'll explain to you afterwards. I don't have a tripod right now. So once you got that nut taken out for the ball joint, I did it already, but you're gonna wanna go ahead and give it a good smack. As you can see, it comes right out. And then this whole piece, I do it with one hand. All right, this whole piece, get on. Trying to do it in one hand. And there you go. Got the whole spindle wheel bearing assembly out. And we got the brand new one right here, baby. Let's go. And you wanna make sure you mash it up. Make sure it's all the same, which it is, because I was the one who told the customer to buy it. So I am gonna advise, I think, some ball joints. I mean, they're okay. They're not the best, but I do advise to get the ball joint replaced. I say the whole control arm has too much play over there. Yeah, I'm gonna advise him to replace this oil control arm. Everything else is basically reverse order everything. It's kind of easier now. Axle's out, and then now you put this nut in, and then just kind of bolt everything back up, and you should be good to go. But if you learn anything in this video, make sure you guys give it a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you won't miss another video. I hope this video helped you out in any way. If it did, go ahead and give it a like, and let me know in the comments below if you want me to do any future cars that you're looking to get worked on your vehicle, your personal vehicle, so I can post it on the channel. But without further ado, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.